Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Corporate Gamer Broadcast. I am your host, Corporate Gamer, and tonight we are, as you can see, we are starting a brand new game called Whispers of a Machine by the same developers as Kathy Rain. I liked Kathy Rain so much that I decided maybe we'll do another little, you know what I mean? Let me see, I just want to see something. Oh, okay, it's just the way it is. Oakley dokley. Alright, so, so tonight we are playing something new, Whispers of a Machine, which is another point-and-click adventure, but this time in the, I don't know, future? I don't actually know. I'm playing this blind for the first time. Never actually played this game. It came out, I know it came out in April 2019, so it's a more recent game than Kathy Rain. This is the second game from Clifftop Games, and I decided to purchase it. It looked really cool. It's another adventure detective game, trying to get clues in order to get to the end. This one is different. This one is actually in widescreen, so you can actually get the 8-bit glory in 16 by 9 and not by 4 by 3. And yeah, let's get this started. Okay. Whoops. Whispers in the Machine is not responding. And that is not a good sign. But I think that's because it's my computer. Yeah. Let's try this again. Whispers in the Machine. There we go. There we go. Raw Fury. So there we go. We are back with Clifftop Games, Raw Fury, and this time it's Whispers of a Machine. So make sure that I don't lose any activity. Alright, options. Master volume, speech volume, music volume. Tutorials, all, graphics high quality, sure. Speech timeout, okay. Nudity! Yay, we're gonna have nudity! Yay! Nudity for the win on a Sunday night. Isn't that sexy? That's very, very sexy. Alright, let's get this party started. This game uses automatic saves. Decisions are permanent, so make your choices carefully. This game also contains occasional fast flashing images which may cause discomfort and trigger seizures if you have photosensitive epilepsy. Viewer discretion is advised. Click to continue. Well, that's original from Kathy Rain. There's no save states.
So, what's with the gloomy look? Left someone dear behind?
Yeah. You could say that.
Been there. So, Nordson, eh? You better buckle up. We've got some nasty weather coming in.
I heard. Sadly, caring about storms is a luxury people in my line of work are rarely afforded.
Oh, and what kind of work is that?
Special Agent, Violent Crimes. Central Bureau.
Well, shit.
I like that reaction. Ah, shit. That's fucking hilarious. Whispers of a Machine. Yeah. Hee-haw. Alright. Nordson Workshop Hall. 10:12 a.m.
You there. This is a restricted crime scene.
At ease, Constable, Special Agent England here. Hi, I'm Vera. Your superior briefed me about me, right? Vera of England, Central Bureau.
At ease, Constable. Special Agent Englund here.
Oh, my apologies, Agent. I was expecting someone older.
I'll take that as a compliment. Now, brief me, please.
Certainly, ma'am. The victim is Carl Oscarson, age 33, stabbed to death by an unknown assailant. He worked here as a carpenter and was found early this morning by a coworker who's sitting over there by the window.
Got it.
Vera can advance 3 distinct personality traits: empathetic, assertive, or analytical. Your choices will influence all 3, affecting the course of the story and the tools at your disposal. Advance 1 personality trait always weakens the other 2, so make your choices carefully. Okay.
Sorry about the state of the crime scene. We're not used to this sort of thing.
I get it, but I gotta tell you that this isn't up to par. Follow my read, alright? Evidently, the entire room should have been evacuated. Staying clear of the body would have decreased the risk of contaminating evidence. Oh, don't worry about it, Constable. This looks quite typical.
Oh, don't worry about it, Constable. This looks, quite typical.
Don't hold back on my account, ma'am. I can handle criticism.
Good to hear. Now, give me a second while I examine the body.
Sure, I'll be here.
This choice has amplified Vera's empathetic side. There will be many instances like this, strengthening one personality trait at the expense of the other 2. Okay.
So, is this where you use your X-ray vision?
My what?
Come on, you have to be aware of the rumors. How agents like you are supposed to be equipped with some kind of advanced cybernetics.
Let's just say I'm good at what I do. We'll leave it at that. Central Bureau has a strict no-comment policy on those types of inquiries. I'd love to talk about that, but I'd be breaking the rules. Sorry.
Let's just say I'm good at what I do. We'll leave it at that.
Oh, didn't mean to overstep my boundaries. Hush, hush. Got it.
Use the left mouse button to walk and interact with the object. Spacebar tab, hold, display interactables in the room. Oh, okay. Click once on the inventory item to examine, or drag and drop it to combine it with other things. Oh, that's pretty cool. That is actually pretty sweet. Actually, you can do tab 2. Yeah. Nice, okay.
My service pistol. It fires conventional projectiles using magnetic propulsion. It's loaded with 600 rounds of compressed alloy ammunition. The battery's the limiting factor, lasting for about 80 shots in quick succession.
Ah, your notebook contains 2 sections, notes and people. You can click the arrow in the corner to toggle between them. You can show inventory items right during the login by clicking on them.
The reason I'm here. I need to gather as much evidence as possible and try to get some kind of lead on the killer. Constable.
Yes, Agent.
I don't think he... No, that's Okay, that's all I need for now.
Very well, Agent.
Alright, we've got multiple knife-sized stab wounds to the chest. I don't see a murder weapon, so I take it none was found at the scene?
That's right. All knives and sharp tools in the building have been accounted for, too.
It looks like the victim was attacked directly from the front. I don't see any major defense wounds, so this was either a surprise attack, or the victim knew the perpetrator. What about any potential suspects, Constable? Did Carl have enemies?
None as far as we know. He seemed to be well liked among the guys here, but the man who found him might know more.
There was a photo in his chest pocket.
Give me a second, I just wanted to make sure that I have everything that I need. That's not what I want. Let's see that. See that. Okay. Yeah, that should be fine. Okay. Tutorial Augmentation Basics. In the lower right corner are your augmentations, toggled with a single mouse click. Experiment with your augs to learn how they work. Additional tutorials will appear when needed. Later on, you will unlock different Augs depending on how you have shaped Vera's personality. Drag and drop the scanner or move it around. Anomalies viewed in the lens will light up the bright color. The scanner is now in Smart Scan mode, where forensic anomalies are detected from the surrounding environment. Human blood, type B, DNA mismatch from current
Post-mortem, huh? That would suggest that he likely only touched the body after death.
Tutorial, Biometric Analyzer. Your Biometric Analyzer will automatically lock on nearby targets. You can also click the lock icon on your target to force the analyzer to stay connected. Lastly, the biometric output may display emotional anomalies during dialogue. Click on them to make them known if Vera before disappear. Lastly, the biometric output may display emotional anomalies during dialogue. Click on them to make them known to Vera before they disappear. Muscle Boost increases your strength for a limited time. Interact with your target before the timer runs out, or it will need to change to recharge. Okay. That reminds me of... this reminds me a bit of the mechanics for Deus Ex, actually. Alright, so... let's go talk to the guy first. Be quick and to the point. He doesn't look happy to be here. Take your time to console the clearly distressed man. Begin by asking his bloody... begin by asking about his bloody hands. Look can deceive, but he's guilty. If he's guilty, stalling will give him a chance to come up with a lie.
Hey there. What's your name?
I'm Alfred, Carl's friend. Well, we were friends. Now he's gone.
Are you doing okay? Do you have somebody to talk to after this?
I'll be okay. Please just ask your questions so I can go home.
Can you tell me a little bit about Carl?
Sure. I've known him since I started working here 4 years ago. We instantly hit it off. He had a great sense of humor. He used to be so cheerful, you know? Always kidding around, always with a smile on his face. But then about a year ago, something happened. He became absent-minded and humorless. I know people can change, but this came seemingly from nowhere.
Huh. What do you think caused this shift?
No idea. Whatever it was, he wouldn't confide in me about it.
Why don't you tell me about what happened this morning?
Okay. I get up early from my morning smoke. I keep my smokes in my locker, so I came in here. I saw Carl lying in the corner. It was still kind of dark, so I thought he'd fallen and hurt himself. I ran over to him. That's when I noticed the blood, and I guess I was kind of in shock, so I tried to stop the bleeding, but then I felt how cold he was. I yelled for help. The guys came running, and then Joseph, our foreman, sent someone to go get the police.
Okay. When was the last time you saw Carl alive?
Late last night, around midnight. He stayed up with us playing cards, which is unusual.
Unusual? How so?
Well, it was rare for Carl to stick around in the evenings. He usually went out by himself.
Oh. Do you know where he used to go?
No idea. He didn't talk much about that. Maybe he went to the canteen to meet some friends. Anyway, Carl seemed a bit anxious last night. He seemed distracted.
Got it. Thanks for the info.
So there's nothing else I can ask him about.
I should look at it myself first. That's enough questions for now.
Okay.
It's a bloody photograph of Carl and a young woman, taken fairly recently by the look of it. He's holding hands with the woman, but I can't discern her face. Too much damage to the photo. She's wearing a brass necklace. Could be relevant. It's a bloody photo. He's holding hands. She's wearing... A few more... Have a look at this picture. Do you know who the woman is?
Yeah, that's just some old girlfriend of Carl's from ages ago.
Is that so? It doesn't look that old. At least Carl looks about the same.
Guess the guy aged well. Any other questions?
A little bit of a pushover, aren't we?
That's enough questions for now.
Okay.
A row of personal lockers for the workers here. Not sure which one belongs to Carl. A few more questions. Why don't you tell...
Okay, I saw
Okay.
late last night around midnight. He stayed up with us playing cards, which is unusual.
Unusual. How so?
Well, it was rare for Carl to stay.
Oh,
No idea. Anyway,
got it. Hey, do you know which one of these lockers belongs to Carl?
yeah, it's number 2, second from the left.
Okay, I'll check it out. Is there an extra key for it somewhere?
I don't think so. As far as I know, Carl had the only one.
Okie dokie. That seemed exciting.
That's enough questions for now.
Okay.
Speaking of which, I should have...
A few more questions. Why don't you tell me about...
Okay. I get up early from my morning smoke.
Sorry
I keep my
if you
smokes
have
in
to
my
re-see
locker, so
this.
I came in here. I saw Carl lying in the corner. It was still kind of dark, so I thought he'd fallen and hurt himself. I ran over to him. That's when I noticed the blood, and I guess I was kind of in shock, so I tried to stop the bleeding, but then I felt how cold he was. I yelled for help. The guys came running, and then Josef, our foreman, sent someone to go get the police.
Okay. When was the last time you saw Carl alive?
Late last night, around midnight.
1982.
He stayed up with us playing cards, which is unusual.
Unusual. How so?
Well, it was rare for Carl to stick around in the evenings. He usually went out by himself.
Oh. Do you know where he used to go?
No idea. He didn't talk much about that. Maybe he went to the canteen to meet some friends. Anyway, Carl seemed a bit anxious last night. He seemed distracted.
Got it. Thanks for the info. That's enough questions for now.
Okay.
Locked. Doesn't look incredibly strong, though. I might be able to get it open with enough force.
Geez, try not to wreck the place.
No reason for alarm. I just needed to get this locker open.
Soil contains traces of rare flora. Saffron crocus. Tutorial scanner. Collected scanner samples will be added to your data vault and can be attached to the scanner for a targeted search. Unlike the Smart Scan, samples will allow detection in areas with a lot of contamination, such as picking up specific fingerprints in a room full of prints. Keep in mind that you won't find any new samples this way, so remember to use the Smart Scan mode too. Alright, so you have to use both.
A pair of large boots with dirt under them.
I already scanned them.
There was a piece of paper in one of the inner pockets. The note looks like it was written by a woman. It reads, "Hi, Doofus. You're registered now. Go try it out. Remember how you totally flipped the day I first came to Nordsund? Kisses." A few more questions, if I... Do you know anything about saffron plants?
Nope. I know we grow them in Nordsund, but that's it.
Do you know who wrote this note to Carl?
Afraid not. I don't recognize the handwriting.
That's enough questions for now.
Okay.
I never saw anybody so depressed.
Constable,
Yes, Agent.
do you know anything about saffron plants?
I know we grow them here in Nordsund, but I'm not sure exactly where. We have vegetables all over.
That seems a little bit odd, if you ask me.
Okay, that's all I need for now.
Very well, Agent.
Constable,
Yes, Agent.
I found this in Carl's coat. What do you make of it?
Not sure. But it's a bit strange that the person who wrote this couldn't just tell him face to face.
Maybe they didn't want to risk being seen together, or the note's author needed to leave in a hurry.
Yeah, could be.
Do you know who the woman in this photo is?
Too hard to tell. Sorry.
Okay.
Okay, that's all I need for now.
Very well, Agent.
Looks pre-collapse, basically a glorified corner lamp. There's a coin slot on the side with a coin stuck in it. I can probably pull it out using some extra strength. Got the coin. It's an old pre-collapse coin. No one would accept it as payment today. Constable,
Yes, Agent.
I don't want to share that. Okay, that's all I need for now.
Very well, Agent.
A few more questions, if I may? I don't want to No, that's... No reason to show... That's enough questions for now.
Okay.
I don't think there's anything else
Constable.
left to do.
Yes, Agent.
I don't want to share...
Wow. You city police have some impressive hardware.
Thanks. I don't see anything on your hip. That typical for Nordsund?
Yes. We do have an armory, but it's barely used.
Sounds dangerous. You should carry weapons for everyone's safety. Good. Nearly any problem can be solved in dialogue. That's reasonable. Even the typical rate of violent crime in a small place like this.
Good. Nearly any problem can be solved with dialogue.
That's easy for you to say, walking around with a hand cannon like that.
Okay, that's all I need for now.
Very well, Agent.
Right.
Hey, I'm gonna go check out the dorm. Where's Carl's bed?
Turn left and then go straight. I left the light on so it'd be easy for you to find.
Gotcha. Be right back.
You can only save when you leave.
Dirty laundry. Smells like machine oil. Both beds look recently used. Huh. Odd place for a ventilation duct.
Indubitably.
Pens and paper. Nothing out of the ordinary. Clean clothes and sheets. Nothing interesting.
Easy for you to say. Nothing interesting. here.
Huh. Odd place. I already searched that.
There's nothing here. Okay, there's something I'm missing here. What am I not doing?
A few more questions. That's enough questions for now.
Okay.
Whoops. Sorry about that. Anything else? No. Oh, jeez. Deceased male, age 32, plus or minus 4 years, blood type B. Estimated time of death, T minus 6 hours. DNA prints and blade shape added to data vault. Oops. Matching DNA. Matching DNA. Okay. That's probably what I was missing for the next step. Let's go back to the room and see what happens there. Fun times. Matching data, fingerprints. So this was fine. Oh. Matching data, fingerprints. Oh, more fingerprinting.
Huh. There are a lot of prints around a panel on the air duct.
Okay. Okay, there's nothing there. Smart is doing nothing. So I guess that's not it. Alright.
The panel is screwed on tight. I'll need some way of getting it loose. Sure, I could try to use brute force, but I'd risk damaging what's inside. It's an old pre-collapse. There was a small key hidden inside the duct.
I think that's it for this. go back out to the Batmobile. Let's go.
A few more questions, if I may. Any idea of what this key opens?
Nope, haven't seen a key like that before.
I don't want to share that with him. Do you know who wrote this note to Carl?
Afraid not. I don't recognize.
Are you sure about...
Yes, I told you. Old girlfriend from before.
That's enough questions for now.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I guess they didn't want to revamp
Constable,
Yes, Agent.
any idea of what this key could open?
Nope, but it looks small. Some kind of drawer? Maybe a filing cabinet or something?
Okay, that's all I need for now.
Try something.
Very well, Agent.
Will it work for this?
A small, unique... Nope, that lock... I don't see any key...
Okay, so it's not that. Okay. I guess I finished this section. At least I think. I did the locker, spoke to Alfred, soda, policeman, corpse. I don't know if there's anything else I need to do, or I can do. I don't know if there's anything I'm supposed to do there before I leave.
Constable,
Yes, Agent.
Go fuck yourself, bro. Like, go fuck yourself. Yeah, I asked him everything. I asked everything
Okay,
I could.
Very well, Agent.
Alright, there's nothing here.
not yet. I think the witness knows more than he's letting on. A few more questions? Why don't you tell me?
Okay. I saw Carl lying. That's right.
Un-
Well, no, anyway.
Got it. Do you know anything about saffron plants?
Nope. I know we grow them in Nordson, but that's it.
Why don't you...
Okay. I get up early from my morning smoke. I keep my smokes in my lock. I yelled
Okay,
late last night.
unusual. How so?
Well, it was rare for
Oh,
No idea. Anyway,
got it. Thanks. Do you know anything about saffron plants?
nope. I know we grow them in...
Can you tell me a little bit about Carl?
Sure. I've known him since I started working here 4 years ago. We instantly hit it off. He had a great sense of humor. He used to be so cheerful, you know? Always kidding around, always with a smile on his face. But then about a year ago, something happened. He became absent-minded and humorless. I know people can change, but this came seemingly from nowhere.
Huh. What do you think caused the shift?
No idea. Whatever it was, he wouldn't confide in me about it.
Are you sure about this woman?
Yes, I told you, old girlfriend from before.
Do you know who wrote this note to Carl?
Afraid not. I don't recognize the handwriting.
Logically explain, he has nothing to gain by being deceptive. Be stern about it, he's clearly being dishonest. To try to appeal to his conscience.
Look, I got this job because I have great instincts, and I know that you were lying to me. Maybe you're doing it for a good reason, or to protect someone. But all I want is to catch Carl's murderer. If you had nothing to do with what happened, you need to come clean now. for both of your sakes.
I'm sorry. I gave him a promise. Well, the lady in the photo, Carl is still seeing her. Well, was, I suppose.
Why wouldn't you tell me that from the beginning?
It was a secret. Carl said they would both get in trouble if anybody knew.
Why would they get into trouble? An affair?
I didn't ask, but yeah, it could be.
All right. Tell me everything you know about this woman.
Carl said she lived somewhere north of town, but that's all I know.
Okay, I believe you.
Mystery woman.
I think I'm almost done here. I should just talk to the constable before I go. That's enough questions for now.
Okay.
I guess I finished the section.
Hey, I think I'm done here.
Oh, okay. Mind sharing your findings?
It seems like the murder could be tied to a secret relationship Carl had with a woman. But I'm leaving all options open.
Sounds reasonable. Do you have a lead to follow up on?
Yes, I have reason to believe that Carl recently passed through an area with saffron plants somewhere in Nordsund. Maybe I can correlate that with Carl's movements to the north of town when seeing that woman.
Good. Meanwhile, we'll transport the body to the morgue and have an autopsy performed as soon as possible. Do you want us to keep the area sealed off?
No need. I'm done here and won't come back. You can let the men get back to work.
Very well. I'll let them know.
By the way, how do I get to the police station from here?
Just head straight east outside. You'll see it.
Got it. See you later.
Alright, I guess I have to go to the police station.
I don't need to go down to the ground right now. Looks like an old hovercraft. Hey, what's happening here?
Bit of an electrical problem with some fallen power lines. It's being taken care of, but it'll be a while.
So I can't enter the museum?
Well, you can, but only if electrocution is something you enjoy during working hours.
Electrocution, that's funny. So, once you have this fixed. Well, there also being incineration. I prefer my electrocution to be followed with intense burning. What caused it? Did someone mess up, or was there some kind of environmental damage? I'm gonna go with my funny side of things.
Will there also be incineration? I prefer my electrocutions to be followed by intense burning.
You'll be nice and crisp, all right. Jokes aside, come back tomorrow. By then, the museum should be available.
All right, thanks. Hello, Deputy. What are you guarding?
The residence of the first murder victim. The commissary told me to direct you to his office before going upstairs.
I see. I'll go find him and come back later then.
Sounds good, Agent.
Doesn't look like I can enter the museum.
Okay, so I guess I have to go west. Go west. We will go down here. Go west. Doobie doobie doo. Ba ba da ba doo. That was where I came from. Oh, Town Square. There we go. I got my footages.
All right, so this is the town square. That building with the emblem must be the police station.
I guess that's the best place to start.
I'm surprised the Bureau got their thumb out of their ass. It's not like they could find Nordson on a map.
I, for one, am grateful for their help. From what I hear, the person they sent is young, but quite capable.
Optimistic as always, eh, Kurt? I guess we'll see. Agent Anglin, we've been expecting you.
Councilwoman, I was told you'd be my bureau contact here.
That's correct. I'm Stina Ruth, and this here is Kurt Anderson, police commissary.
Welcome, Agent. Enjoy your trip to the middle of nowhere?
It was a bit bumpy, and way longer than I expected.
Yeah, that train has seen better days. You'll find your luggage in your quarters, just through the door behind me.
Thanks. I'll check it out later.
So, you were probably confused as hell when we sent you straight to a crime scene, right?
Kind of. I thought I was supposed to investigate a murder from last week.
You were, but unfortunately a second killing required your urgent attention. I assume there are some Bureau procedures before I brief Agent England about the situation?
Yes. Why don't you head to your office, and I'll send this youngling on her merry way when we're done.
Very well. It was a pleasure to meet you, Agent.
Likewise. I'm a bit confused here. Who do I report to?
Only to me as overseer of this district. The local police are at your disposal since they're legally required to aid you in the investigation.
Got it. How would you like me to share my findings with you?
Face to face, in the evenings. The balcony inside the local canteen is a good place to meet.
Okay. I think I have what I need then. I'll go talk to the commissary.
Good. We'll catch up later. Oh, but I have to ask. Tell me, how was it for you?
What do you mean?
Come on, you know what I'm talking about. We've both done it.
Oh, you mean the augmentation. The nanofluid injection.
Sticking to the boring scientific terms, aren't we? Back in my time, we used to just call it taking the blue. Come on, let this old lady live a little. Tell me, how was your first kiss with the blue?
Felt amazing sense of belonging, then I was connected to everything and everyone around me. It was like a sudden rush filling my limbs and body, followed by a sense of power and determination. A sense of enlightenment and acute awareness washed over me, a crystal clear lucidity I had never felt before. I don't know.
It was like a sudden rush, filling my limbs and body, followed by a sense of power and determination.
I remember that moment like it was yesterday. What I wouldn't give to feel like that again. No side effects, I hope? We wouldn't want you to get compromised in dangerous situations.
Not yet, but I know what to look out for. Mild hallucinations, nightmares, burning sensations in the limbs, the occasional migraine. Things like that.
Yeah, that covers the usual suspects. All right, I think you're good to go then. We shouldn't keep the commissary waiting.
It's a map of Nordsund. Looks like the center of the disk is hollow. Curious. Low maintenance. My kind of plant. Unmanned. Makes sense with no people in here. Probably for opening the cells. I don't need to mess with that.
I'm assuming you're gonna come back here eventually.
Empty.
Alright.
A thermos, presumably filled with coffee. Ah, damn good coffee.
Coffee's good. Ah, my room.
There's a bottle of molding resin here. Might be useful. Looks purely decorative. Doesn't appear to be functional. Nice big lemon. Small miracle to see it grow to that size under these conditions.
It's plastic.
No, I'm not tired. Maybe later. I'm not that hungry.
Alright, let's get the hell out of here. Alright. Anderson's coffee, I guess.
Nah, I've...
All right, Agent. Would you like me to brief you about the first murder?
Yes, please.
Maya Strand, 41 years old, the caretaker of the Nordson Museum. She was found by the janitor on the floor near the exhibits early last Wednesday. Just like Carl, she was stabbed. No witnesses, no evidence. Killer practically a ghost. No signs of a forced entry, so either the entrance was open or she let him in herself.
What about her residence? Anything out of the ordinary in there?
Nothing, as far as we could tell. But we left the place as we found it if you want to have a look. She lived upstairs from the museum.
Noted. The crime scene is no longer intact, though, correct?
Afraid so. The museum is important to Nordson, so we had the place cleaned out pretty quickly.
Right, but now I'm here. I assume you'll check with me before cleaning out any future crime scenes. Sorry to hear that. I guess the bureaucrats messing up police work isn't just a city problem, huh? Exactly what kind of power does the town have over the...
Sorry to hear that. I guess bureaucrats messing up police work isn't just a city problem, huh?
You have no idea. Sometimes I feel like I'm spending half my time arguing with those fools.
One more thing. I'd like to see Maya's body, if that's possible.
Of course. We brought it out of the freezer this morning. You'll find it in the morgue, over at the clinic. Dr. Pearson, our physician, is awaiting your arrival.
Good. I'll head there when we're done. Did you know Carl Oscarson?
I wouldn't say so. He and my son were playmates as children, but they grew apart in their teens. Haven't talked to Carl myself for many years.
I'm looking for a young woman connected to the second victim, Carl.
All right. What do you know about her?
All I have is a picture of her that I found on Carl, but it's damaged and her face can't be clearly seen.
Tricky. If you had any kind of personal information, like an address, you could look her up in our records. They're in the drawers behind me.
Noted. I'll get back to you about this if I learn more. Can you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Me? Oh, I've been doing this job for 15 years now. I took over when the previous commissary died. I'm married with 3 children. Anita, my youngest, is off studying science in the city now. We're counting the days to Christmas when she comes back to visit.
Stina Ruth.
What's your opinion on Stina Ruth?
I respect her. She's a competent politician. She gets things done, unlike some of the other people on the council. Sure, she has a temper, and she's not the most tactful person, but she calls out bullshit when she sees it. When I'm right, she has my back, and when I'm wrong, well, she won't let me revel in my sweet ignorance for long.
Did you know Maya Strand?
Not at all. Museums aren't my cup of tea. I prefer to not dwell on the past.
What do you know about the murder in the locker room over at the workshop hall?
Not much. As you know, the murder happened shortly before you arrived, so I'm leaving the matter in your capable hands.
Do you know if saffron is grown anywhere in Nordsund?
I think so, yes. There should be someone in town with more information.
Do you know who the woman in this picture is?
No idea, sorry.
What do you make of this?
Not sure, but if you need to know when somebody came to town, I'd suggest looking in the citizens' records behind me.
Right. I might do that if I can figure out who wrote this note. Any idea of what this opens?
Nope, not a clue.
All right.
That's all I needed.
Very well.
I guess Anderson has a colleague.
No shit.
A small local greenhouse. A typical site in Nordsund, it seems. The drawer is labeled Address Records. These should come in handy. I'll be able to match a name to an address, or vice versa. Let's have a look. As expected, nothing new. Not a bad idea, but I'll need a... I don't think I need to look him up. I don't think I need... Yeah, this just confirms what Anderson told me. I don't need to look. I don't need. I don't. I don't. I don't. A collection of what seems to be both fiction and books on law and social sciences. If that's all Anderson's, he's quite well read. The window offers a view over a street that connects to the town square. Just lots of case files. Looks like a logbook. Maybe Anderson records his daily work there.
Okay. Okay. There's nothing here. So I think next I was supposed to go to the morgue, right? To see Maya Strand. So let's go to the morgue. Did all this.
Nice and shiny. I can even see my reflection in it.
From that far, that's impressive. Let's go in the clinic first.
Locked. Healthy-looking plant. An old freight elevator of some kind. Likely out of order. It's a map of the clinic layout. Looks like the morgue is down the stairs, to the left of the front desk. I'm guessing those contain patient files inside. A list of admitted patients. I don't recognize any of the names. Various medical supplies. Looks like no patient is admitted at the moment.
Thank you.
I don't need any water right now. An old pre-collapse monitor. Probably not connected to anything.
720p
Unused
monitor.
bandages. Would come in handy in a pinch. A portable medical kit with all the essentials.
There's nothing in here. Okay. Okay, I guess there's nothing there. All right, off to the morgue. Actually,
Hi there.
Speak to the nurse.
Hello.
Thought I'd introduce myself, since I'll be coming here a lot. I'm Agent England, Central Bureau.
Oh, nice to meet you. It's a relief to have you here. We're all shook by these recent killings. Sure, the doctor's excited, but even his morbid curiosity has limits, you know. After all, we mostly treat coughs and the occasional broken limb here.
I get it. I'll do my best to help. It's a bloody photograph of Carl and he's holding... She's wearing... I don't need to show her. I don't think she'd be... Carl Oscarson was fatally stabbed.
Okay, so I can't ask her any important questions. That's fun.
Don't worry, Maya. You'll be put to rest soon. I know. Sorry about the delay. I was needed urgently out of town. Oh, hello there. Me and this old gal have been expecting you.
Talkative, is she?
Oh, no doubt. The dead have a lot to say, you know. Sometimes more so than the living.
Is that so?
The living are fickle and prone to deceit. Once dead, we can't hide things anymore. Not from me, at least.
I agree. These days, people prove themselves trustworthy before I rely on them. I'm sorry to feel that way. I think most of the women out there are sincere. That's why we need ways to tell someone is hiding.
That's why we need ways to tell what someone is hiding.
I suppose. Psychology isn't really my field of expertise.
That's fine. You can leave that part to me. Now, I'd like to ask some questions.
Sure, go right ahead.
Did you know Carl Oscarson?
No. When I heard he was murdered, I didn't even recognize his name. I had to check my records to realize that I've treated him. To be fair, I've had many patients. But he must have been cursed with one of those awfully forgettable faces.
All right. Anything out of the ordinary in his medical history?
Sorry. Can't go into detail. Doctor-patient confidentiality, you know?
Keep it vague, then.
Well, okay. Let me put it this way. I doubt you'd learn much from his file.
Noted. Thanks. I'm looking for a young woman connected to the second victim, Carl.
I can't help with that. I didn't know Carl on a personal level.
What do you think of Commissary Anderson?
I think he does a fine job. He's been instrumental in making sure that I can work under such good conditions.
Yeah, this place is surprisingly well equipped. Definitely on par with our facilities in the city. What do you think of Stina Ruth, the councilwoman?
She can be quite an unpleasant woman. I can't say I've enjoyed my few interactions with her.
Did you know Maya Strand?
Not really, but I enjoyed listening to the occasional lecture of hers at the museum. She had quite an intellect, that woman.
So she wasn't a patient of yours?
Oh, she was, but that's all confidential, so I can't say much about it.
I understand, but anything you can share would help.
Well, during the autopsy I noticed that she was unusually worn and feeble for her age.
Okay, and what does that tell us?
For one thing, that she would have needed help with the more physically demanding tasks of the museum.
Got it. Thanks. What can you tell me about yourself, Doctor?
Oh, me? I suppose I would qualify as a workaholic. Most of my time is spent here.
So how long have you been practicing medicine?
Must be 16 years now, I believe.
Ah. And you're the only doctor in Nordsund?
Yes. But we have good relations with the other settlements. We collaborate and pool resources when necessary.
Alright.
Any theories on Carl's murder?
Not yet. I'll need to see the body first.
Do you know where saffron is grown in Nordsund?
I'm afraid not. We have plants all over, but botany is not my area of expertise.
What are your conclusions about Maya's murder?
Most obvious first. The cause of death is acute blood loss due to the multiple stab wounds to the chest and stomach, 2 of which were lethal. The murder weapon is a mid-sized blade, likely a knife of some kind. There are some defense wounds on her arms, so the victim likely tried to shield herself against her assailant. I couldn't recover any biological traces of the murderer. There's no blood on her that isn't hers, or any traces of skin under her nails. This makes me suspect that the killer likely wore protective clothing and gloves. The time of death was roughly 2300 hours last Tuesday, 5 days ago today.
Do you recognize this couple?
The man is clearly the second victim, Carl. As for the woman, it's too hard to tell given the damage to the photo.
What do you make of this?
The handwriting looks feminine, but I'm not sure what to make of the contents.
Do you know what this opens?
Not a clue. But it looks like a one-of-a-kind key.
Okay.
No, that's Do you recognize this couple?
The man is clearly the second.
Ever see what one of these can do?
Once, in a nearby settlement. A wanted man from the city was shot by the regional police when he was trying to escape. A single shot made a hole the size of an orange. Nearly took his leg clean off.
Must have been on the armor-piercing setting. Kind of overkill for soft targets. It uses a lot of ally per shot.
I see. In any case, I had to amputate. Was a miracle he even survived.
Alright.
That's enough questions for now.
Okie dokie. Oh, one last thing. I've been told that the second body is on its way here. If you come back later today, I should be able to tell you something about it.
All right, I'll keep that in mind.
Okay, so. I forgot to fucking. He's relaxed.
It's a bloody photograph of Carl and a young woman. Taken fairly recently by the... He's holding... She's wearing a brass neck.
Analyzing. Deceased female, age 43, plus or minus 3 years. Blood type O. Estimated time of death T minus 5 days. DNA and fingerprints added to the data vault. That's an archive report. Matching DNA. Alright.
I suppose that's where the doctor writes down his autopsy reports.
No shit.
One last waiting room before the final embrace with the earth.
That's very morbid.
Appears to be a small crematory.
Ash collector.
I think that's for collecting the ashes after a cremation.
Well then.
Multiple stab wounds, sizes approximately the same as the other body. I'd say the MO looks similar to the other murder. This might be useful.
It sounds like she has like flip-flops.
A razor-sharp surgical scalpel.
Yeah, because I need to do surgeries on everybody. Fuck, I didn't...
I had some more...
Shoot.
What do you think of Stina Ruth, the councilwoman?
She can be quite an unpleasant woman. I can't say I've enjoyed my few interactions with her.
Did you know Maya Strand?
Not really, but I enjoyed listening to the occasional lecture of hers at the museum. She had quite an intellect, that woman.
So she wasn't a patient of yours?
Oh, she was, but that's all confidential, so I can't say much about it.
I understand, but anything you can share would help.
Well, during the autopsy I noticed that she was unusually worn and feeble for her age.
Okay, and what does that tell us?
For one thing, that she would have needed help with the more physically demanding tasks of the museum.
Got it. Thanks. What are your conclusions about Maya's murder?
Most obvious first. The cause of death is acute blood loss due to the multiple... The murder...
That's enough questions.
Okie doke.
Alright.
I hope you can help the doctor finish up with the dead bodies soon. I think it's healthier for him to treat living people.
She thinks she's nuts. It's hilarious. It's hilarious. You know what I mean? Hilarious. Alright. I went to the police station. I didn't go to the school yet, though. And I didn't go to the town canteen. I didn't go to the Tower Edge. So let's go to school.
I don't have any business in the school.
Okay.
Looks like a small wind turbine for electricity.
Sure. Let's go to the canteen then. Hello, canteen boy.
Weekend's coming up. Great, huh?
Looks like you've got a head start.
All shoes repaired, all coats patched up. That's when you call it a day. Finish your work fast and you get the best food rations. Oldest trick in the book.
I get it. Well, enjoy your time off.
Gotta rest my mind, stranger. Have a long weekend shift ahead of me.
No problem. Enjoy the rest of your time off. 3 plastic trays. Good number.
Indubitably.
A few identical coffee cups. They don't look quite as clean as they should be. I think they deliver groceries through there. Robot? Drilling machine? Space rocket? I have no idea, honestly. Various handbooks for the typical day-to-day stuff. Looks like an old filing cabinet. Not sure what it's used for. Looks like it's filled with different kinds of spare parts.
I don't know how the fuck she sees it from from there, but that's okay.
Looks like an old filing cabinet.
Well, it must be used to frickin' store files.
Looks a bit overgrown. Could use some trimming. Looks still and serene. Great view from up here. Old Norse runes. A local custom, perhaps? Haven't seen them in any other settlements in the area.
Cigarette smoking man.
That's some strong stuff he's smoking, whatever it is. Hey, I'm Vera Englund, Special Agent.
Oh, I heard about you. I'm Rolf, the plant master of Nordsund.
A plant master? What's that?
A foreman of sorts. I oversee a team of gardeners who tend to our shared crops.
Got it. I have a few questions, if you don't mind.
Sure, go right ahead.
What do you know about the murder of Carl Oscarson?
Almost nothing. I just heard half an hour ago. Damn shame.
Do you happen to know where saffron is grown in Nordsund?
Perhaps. What would this gentleman have to gain from that piece of information?
Please now. Please. Now is not the time. Do you want a justice for the 2 murder victims? Let's just say I'll be your friend for a while, buddy. You wouldn't want it any other way. This behavior suggests that you are a hustler, one with scruples and low supply. Cooperating would make sure your business is left alone. I would go for the last 2. But I don't know which one. Let's just say I'll be your friend for a while, buddy. You wouldn't want it any other way. Let's go the old mafia tough guy routine.
Let's just say I'll be your friend for a while, buddy. You wouldn't want it any other way.
Music to my ears, young lady. Just don't forget me when you crack this case wide open. Now, 2 places come to mind. The greenhouses to the south, and a few crops near Mimir Road.
Mimir Road. Where's that?
North of the town square. Look for 2 large farming robots standing around.
All right, got it. What do you know about the murder in the museum?
Nothing but the talk of the town. That Maya Strand was stabbed by some maniac.
Alright.
Did you know Carl Oscarson?
Not really. But like many other people, we had some contact in our work.
Okay. What was your impression of him?
Nice guy. Too nice. I'd even go so far as to call him gullible. Wouldn't be surprised if that's what got him killed.
That's so. You think he trusted the wrong person?
I'm just thinking out loud here. But yeah, it wouldn't be a shocker.
I'm trying to find a woman that Carl Oscarson was involved with. Know anything about that?
No, I don't stay updated on gossip like that.
Aren't you a great person to talk to?
What's your opinion on Commissary Anderson?
For a chief of police, he's all right. He's actually fair. Unlike some of his underlings.
How so? You think they're harassing you?
Abso-friggin-lutely. One little mistake, those guys start hounding you night and day.
Stina Ruth.
What do you think of Stina Ruth?
I have no idea who that is.
Maya Strand?
Did you know Maya Strand?
A bit. She approached me a few months back about refining edible plants into a nutrient paste. I helped her plant some quality fungi for it, in exchange for a cut of the harvest. Then she got herself killed, so I guess all of that was a waste of time.
That's a morbid way of looking at it.
I guess so. I'm sorry about what happened to her, but I still gotta eat.
What do you think of Dr. Pearson?
I'm trying to stay far away from that wisecracking quack.
Quack?
You heard me. All I need in terms of medicine, I find in herbs and plants.
And Dr. Pearson doesn't take kindly to that?
He should mind his own business is all.
Bada bing, bada boom.
No, that's private. Do you know who these people are?
Damn, that's bloody. Looks like Carl Oscarson, but I couldn't say who the woman is.
What do you make of this?
Not sure, but about the first day I came to Nordsund, I think the police have records of when people come and go.
Ah, might be worth a follow-up. Thanks. Any idea of what this opens?
Not a clue.
Your face.
I don't need... No reason to... Okay, that's all.
Alrighty.
Okay, there's nothing here. Fuck, I forgot to put this guy back. God damn it. I think it's to the east, right, he said? I'm pretty sure. If it's not, oh well. Oh, maybe not.
A need, a guilty pleasure, something frightening.
Excuse me?
Humor me. I need some inspiration for my poem.
Oh, I get it. What was it again?
A need, a guilty pleasure, something frightening.
Respect cleaning my gun, growing old and weak. Order, sorting my notes, chaos. Trust, eavesdropping, loneliness.
Respect. Cleaning my gun, growing old and weak.
Thank you.
So, you have a poem for me now?
I'll need some time. Come find me later.
An anatomically correct gentleman.
Well, that's weird that it's here, but anyways.
Nice spot there next to the wind chimes, but I don't feel like sitting down. Nice, soothing sounds.
Howdy, Pilgrim, and welcome to Walter's Bot Emporium. Novelty bionics, pet androids, robotic companions, we've got them all.
Hi there. I'm Special Agent Vera Anglin.
Ooh, here to solve the murders, right? What? Did Pop spill some oil when he lubed my joints this morning? I told you to keep my chassis clean in case of chicks.
For crying out loud, Nissa, just let the police lady ask her questions.
Oh, great. A ventriloquist act.
Oh no, she's on to us. Fine, you caught me. The man with the blue hat is just a puppet that I'm cunningly controlling with a set of strings.
That's a gosh darn lie. I'm fully steam-powered.
I think they're bored. Okay, cut the silliness now. This is inappropriate behavior, citizen. I have some questions about recent murders. You know I'll arrest you for constructing illegal AI, but there clearly isn't intelligence involved here.
Okay, cut the silliness now.
Okay, okay. Just keep in mind that all of these are just harmless automatons. There's no real CPUs or nothing around here.
I'm not here to report illicit technology. I just have some questions regarding the murders.
All right, then shoot. Ask away.
Did you know Carl Oscarson?
Yeah, friendly guy. Came here buying spare parts every now and then.
Spare parts? Like what?
All sorts. Filters, tubes, nuts and bolts, various electrical gizmos.
Any idea of what the parts were for?
Couldn't say, but I'm pretty sure whatever it was, it had fluid in it. Maybe a water filtering system, a pump, something like that.
All those parts laying around, but do I ever get a working left arm, Pops? No, you'd rather let some carpenter assemble a goddamn aquarium.
I could replace Mr. Limpy with a water gun if you prefer.
Man, soon you'll even let the kids paint a clown face on me again.
With a water gun for an arm, at least you could spray yourself clean afterwards.
Do you know anything about a woman who was seeing Carl Oscarson?
Nope, I hardly even knew the guy.
What's your opinion on Anderson, the police commissary?
Seems like a reasonable man to me. But then again, I tend not to be involved in, crime.
Yeah, right.
Hush, boy.
What's your opinion on Stina Ruth, the councilwoman?
A politician? Me and those kinds of people run in quite different circles, to say the least.
Did you know Maya Strand?
Yep, I worked with her from time to time. Some of my handiwork can be seen in her exhibitions.
Ah, they got some robots in there.
Yeah, I assembled them from parts I found in the junkyard. Or the bot cemetery, as I like to call it. Sometimes I feel more like an archaeologist than a mechanic.
Got it. So, do you have any idea who killed Maya?
Ooh, I got a theory.
No, Nissa, it wasn't the big war robot in the main exhibition.
Why not? That thing is huge. It could easily rip people to pieces, or buildings for that matter.
I know because I built it, Nissa. It's totally harmless.
I don't buy it, Pops. It's got red eyes. That's a telltale sign of a bot turned evil.
What I wanted to say was that Maya could be a little odd, but I have no reason to believe anyone would want to kill her.
Pop's calling others odd.
Walter, try to focus on the subject matter, please. What do you think of Dr. Pearson?
Quirky guy, but he means well. Sometimes he asks me to come over and help with the kids.
Oh yeah? Help how?
Usually by playing doctor and patient with Nissa. It helps calm down the little ones.
Ah, that's clever. So, what can you tell me about yourself?
Me? Oh, well, what you see is what you get.
A crazy old fart with chronic coffee breath?
Oh, quiet, you little rascal. What I am is a tinkerer, a craftsman, a father of machines. I cherish building them. I adore putting them on display, and I especially love talking to them.
I've noticed. So how long have you been building robots?
Oh, ever since I was a boy. I grew up over at the junkyard. The place was cramped with old discarded robots. I didn't have many friends, you see. So, I decided to befriend these machines instead.
Do you recognize this young couple?
Just the man, Carl Oscarson. Can't see who his lady friend is.
What do you make of this?
No clue. But I gotta use doofus more often. Such a funny word.
Any idea what this key opens?
Sure. I saw a small safe in the junk with a key just like it a while back. It disappeared later.
Good to know. Thanks. I don't want to share. I'm off. See you later.
Take care.
Bye-bye, police lady.
My picture of Alex. I miss him.
Well, no time to think about loved ones.
Looks like an apartment building.
I guess I went to the wrong place. Because I was supposed to go to Tower's Edge, I guess. Oh, no, Mimir Road. There we go.
All right, this is Mimir Road. Carl came through here recently. Replica of prospecting, surveying, and defense robot. Courtesy of Nordson Museum. Replica of multi-purpose cultivation robot. Courtesy of Nordson Museum. I'd say those are saffron crocuses. Not sure what those are. Doesn't look like tomatoes, at least. Lettuce, carrots, and something else. There are many entrances around here. I need something to go on before I'd consider going inside.
Sounds fair.
All right, got some clay. Nice and thick. I can easily shape it with my hands.
Sounds sounds really dirty. Anyways.
More runes. Seems to be a common thing in Nordsund.
Yet she hadn't seen it before in the settlement. No.
The boot prints lead up this set of stairs. I should head up and have a look.
Okay. Nothing there. There's no one here. Alright. So I found, not smart, I found Carl's bio here. Why can't I see it anymore? Footprint. No. The fuck? Oh, there we go. So, let's go to the apartment hallway.
Oh, this floor sure looks squeaky clean.
It better. We spent all yesterday mopping it. Wiped all the doors, too.
Oh, just my luck.
Well, are you fond of filth or something?
No, but filth contains valuable information for a detective. A colleague from the city cop days would certainly say so. Major clean freak, that one. In this case, yes, official police matter. Don't clean this hallway until further notice.
No, but filth contains valuable information for a detective.
Oh, I understand. Let me know if I can be of service.
I'm leaning toward assertive and empathetic. All right.
Excuse me.
Yeah?
I'm Special Agent England, here to investigate the recent murders. I need to ask you a few questions.
Okay, I'm Sven, the caretaker of this apartment block here. What can I help you with?
Do you know anything about the recent murder of a man named Carl?
Nope. As far as I know, no Carl lives here.
What about frequent visitors?
Maybe. Haven't heard the name Carl, but then again, I don't socialize with the tenants. I might recognize the man if I saw him.
Do you recognize this young couple?
Oh, right, that fella.
You know him?
Yeah, I remember him. Most people just ignore me, but he always says hi. Nice guy.
How often would you say he was here?
At least on a weekly basis, but I work in many other buildings too, so it's hard to say.
Got it. What can you tell me about him?
Just this one thing. He came up to me and asked about the electricity in apartment 113. He wondered if it was possible to get more power.
Odd. Did he say what for?
No. I told him to take it up with the residential office. There are strict quotas. He said he would bring it up with the tenant, a friend of his.
Okay. Do you know anything about the tenant?
Nope. Discreet, whoever it is. No idea who lives there.
Understood. Where can I find apartment 113 exactly?
It's on this floor, just around the corner.
All right, thanks. Do you know a certain Carl Oscarson?
Nope, doesn't ring a bell.
What's your opinion on Commissary Anderson?
He's all right. A diplomat, I've heard. It believes in dialogue.
Do you know anything about Councilwoman Ruth?
She doesn't mince her words, that one. Some people take an issue with that, but I think it's refreshing. I heard she used to be a Central Bureau agent. Apparently she got her position here as some kind of retirement package.
What can you tell me about Maya Strand?
We were acquaintances. I'd been helping her with repairs in the museum every now and then.
Okay. When was the last time you saw her?
A few weeks ago. I was supposed to fix a showcase for her. Odd thing, though.
Yeah?
I saw her enter the museum from afar, but when I followed her inside, I couldn't find her. So I left the building, and then she came out the same way I did, acting all surprised, saying she'd been in there the whole time.
Strange.
Another X-Files episode.
Do you know Dr. Pearson?
Yeah, everybody knows Doc Pearson. Kind of bookish, but I like his sense of humor. Dark and twisted, my cup of tea.
What do you think of Walter?
Funny guy. Yeah, I see him regularly in my work, and he always finds a new way to crack me up.
Do you know anything about the murder at the museum?
Nothing but common knowledge. I haven't been in that part of town for a while. A shame what happened to Maya, though. She always seemed like a harmless lady to me. Can't imagine who'd want to kill her.
What do you think of this?
Looks intentionally vague, like they didn't want the wrong person to accidentally read it.
Yeah, that's my guess too. Any idea of what it means?
Not really, sorry.
No. I'm not gonna walk around showing people mud for no reason. No, no reason. Thanks. You can get back to work.
Alrighty.
Nothing. Guess no one's home. Locked. The door looks reinforced. Some kind of code lock. Looks disconnected. Hey, Sven?
Yeah?
I need to get inside apartment 113. Can you help?
Sure, you can borrow this master key. Don't leave with it, though. I'll need it later.
Okay, thanks. Thanks. You can get back to work.
Alrighty.
It's the master key I... Huh.
There's 81 possibilities. I was hoping it would be something simple. One, two, three, I already did. No. All right. No, that's not it. All Alright. Something you can maybe do. I don't know if it's gonna do anything, but if you're able to see the fingerprints. No. No. I don't know if there's anything to do here. Anything like I can do here.
I don't think some kind of... Hey, Sven.
Yeah?
Here's your key back. Thanks for lending it to me.
You're welcome. Happy to help.
Hey, I used the master key and some kind of electronic code lock on the side lit up.
That's weird. Those pre-collapse gizmos are supposed to be disconnected. Surprised they even work.
Wait, so the occupant turned it on without telling you?
I guess so, yeah. They must have some technical expertise. I don't even know how those things work myself.
Can't you force it open? Disconnect it, use an override code or something?
No way. Those things go way over my head. I'd say your best bet is cracking the code.
Thanks. You can get back to work.
Alrighty.
Let's see if it's on the number. No. There has to be a way of getting the fucking code. Okay, so let's do this.
Hi, Doofus. You're registered now. Go try it out. Remember how you totally flipped the day I first came to Nordsund? Kisses.
You flipped.
Hi, Doofus. You're registered now. Go try it out. Remember how you totally flipped the day I first came to Nordsund? Kisses. Finding the identity of the tenant should be the first step to determining the door code. Maya, the first... Carl Oscarson...
Okay, let's get out of here. Let's go back to the police station and see who the tenant could be.
Hello again, Constable.
Hello, Agent.
Sorry, I didn't catch your name before.
It's Gabriel Adamson, ma'am.
All right, then. I had some questions, Gabriel.
Sure. I should also let you know that Carl's body has arrived, and our coroner is waiting for you in the morgue.
Noted. I'll go and have a look shortly.
Until then, is there anything I can help you with?
I'm trying to find the tenant of apartment 113 at Mimir Road. Can you help?
There are address records in the commissary's office. I'd suggest that you look there.
Okay, thanks. What do you think of Commissary Anderson?
I have opinions about how he does things, but I keep those to myself. I respect the chain of command.
What do you think of Stina Ruth, the councilwoman?
The commissary is the only one at the station who has any regular contact with her. But my impression of her is good. She seems like a straight-up woman. Speaks her mind.
Did you know Maya Strand?
Not really. I knew of her, sure. Most people in Nordson do, because of her importance to the museum. I hardly ever even saw her around, though. From what I hear, she was a bit of a recluse.
What's your opinion on Dr. Pearson?
Do you mean professionally or personally?
Is there a difference?
I think he's a great doctor and coroner.
But?
Between you and me, he kind of rubs me the wrong way. All that fancy talk and those morbid jokes. It's almost like the recent deaths have cheered him up. But as I said, he does his job well.
I understand. Thanks. What do you think of Volter, the robot guy?
Oh, he's great. My little brother loves him to death.
Yeah? He's popular with the kids?
You have no idea. He's quite the entertainer with that little robot of his.
What can you tell me about yourself?
Not much to tell. I grew up here in Nordson, and all my family is here. The commissary is my uncle. He's always been the one who encouraged me to become a policeman.
So, how long have you been a cop?
8 years now.
Wow, 8? Must have started young.
Yep, started as a trainee at age 16.
I see. I've got a locked door that I need to get through. Is there a locksmith around?
We have a guy for that sort of thing, but I think he's out of town.
Alright, that's too bad. What do you know about the murder in the museum?
I was first at the scene. Poor woman. Looked like she had regained consciousness after some time and tried to crawl to the door.
Sounds horrific. I don't envy her. Alright, I'm off.
Good luck out there.
Okay, let's look up that address.
Katarina Berg. Born February 2nd, 56 AR. Immigrated to Nordson on May 13th, 80 AR, which means she's been in Nordson for 2 years. I copied the information onto a loose page from my notebook.
Okay, let's ask
I had a
some
few questions.
By all means.
Did you know Carlos?
No.
Do you know who Katarina Berg is?
Sorry, I'm bad with names.
Well, give him the address.
What do you think of Dr. Pearson?
Oh, he's a fine man. Sure, a bit eccentric, but a really good physician. Treated my knee way back. Good as new.
What do you think of Volter, the robot maker?
He may be a little strange, that man, but he has a heart of gold. Nordson wouldn't be the same without him.
What do you think of Gabriel?
My nephew is a fine officer. He's a law and order kind of person. Stern, but fair.
Oh, law enforcement runs in the family.
I wish, but so far Gabriel and I are the only ones. I've been trying to get my son to join the force for years. All he cares about is girls and fishing. Suppose it could be worse. At least he brings home a fresh trout every now and then.
I've got a locked door that I need to get through. Is there a locksmith around?
There is, but he's out of town until tomorrow. Can it wait?
Not really. I'll figure something out. No. I'm not... Any idea of what this...
Nope.
That's all I needed.
Very well.
Well, next I need to go to the morgue. However, I will save and quit. Alright, cool. It works. Alright, guys. That's it for me for tonight. Hope that you guys, whoever passed by and was lurking, hope that you guys liked the first part of Whispers of a Machine. Detective game. I'm trying to figure out who murdered who. There's a couple of murders in a little town, and I'm trying to put the pieces together to resolve the mystery. Alright guys, I hope that you guys have a wonderful week. If you guys want to read my reviews, you can go to aroundtable.ca, where we review TV, music, movies, and video games. The last thing that I reviewed for entertainment was the TV show Fame from 1982. And the last game that I reviewed came out today, and it is Kathy Rain from 2016 from Clifftop Games. Actually, the first game from the same developers and publisher as this one right here, Whispers of a Machine. So it's a game that I truly enjoyed. I was thoroughly surprised, actually. It was very nice throwback to the original Police Quest series and so on. So I look forward to continuing this one. I'm liking this one so far. The attitude of the main protagonist, or the cop in this case, or detective, is different. The game mechanics are slightly different, but I'm enjoying it so far. Hopefully the game continues to evolve, and I'm going to try my best to stream this week. I am on call for work, and I don't know if that's going to be a good thing. I don't know how busy I'm going to be, but I'm going to try at least to stream a couple of times during the week, and I will let you guys know. You can follow me on Twitter, CorporateGamer9. Also, download the Twitch app. Get an alert whenever I do go on. This is my next game. I was debating between Whispers of a Machine and playing the new DLC from Metro Exodus. I decided this for the simple reason is that I ran out of batteries to put in my controller, and I haven't gone to the store yet. So, voila. Alright guys, have a wonderful week, and I shall see you next time. Alright guys, ciao.